side, lost one down the sideline, caught, touchdown Carolina. He's under pressure, and they sack him all the way back at the 5-yard line. Oh, what a way to light it up here at Williams-Brice Stadium.
With some of Carolina's best football players on the sideline and Carolina scoring all 17 points in the fourth quarter, they win it on a 31-yard field goal with just seconds to go. Coach, it may have been unconventional, but it was absolutely a gutsy game for your football team. Congratulations.
Well, there's no doubt about it. Obviously very sloppy in some areas and things we got to get corrected. Some self-inflicted wounds, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Very proud of the effort, though. The courage that our players have, the character they have, and the culture of our program, that allows you to win a game like this.
Coach, there was a lot of things today to be thankful for. We had some players that are hurt on our Palmetto Health injury report, came into the game with Debo Samuels out, Zach Bailey, and then Bryson Allen Williams did not play in the ball game. We had some other guys go down. Talk to us about the healthier football team.
Bryson was injured in the previous game and practiced actually Tuesday, non-contact. Instead, his shoulder was still bothering him. We went back and did a CT scan and really decided Friday morning to have surgery. He's got a red shirt, so he's going to be back. Unfortunately, he's going to miss the rest of our season, but having the surgery was the best thing for him. Corey Helms injured his ankle. I think he's day-to-day. I don't know how serious it is, and if anybody in the country can play, it's going to be Corey Helms. So he's going to do everything he can do to get back. Dante Sawyer, I think, will be back next week off the hamstring. He just tried it in pregame and just didn't feel good about it.
Despite all those injuries, Coach, your football team, and for that matter, the Gamecock family, a lot of things to be blessed about. And there were some causes today here at Williams-Brice Stadium where we hope to contribute to a lot of the charities and people that are struggling right now, not as in a good a shape as these Gamecocks are.
No doubt. Well, I really appreciate Coach Tanner and the athletic department sponsoring Curing Kids Cancer. It's very dear to me because of my nephew Jordan, and they've raised over $10 million that have funded research to solve the cancer issues of children.
Great calls today and a great win for Carolina. When we come back, keys to the game and highlights of the win at Williams-Brice Stadium.
Gamecock football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Ram Trucks, guts, glory, Ram. Coach Muschamp's clothes are provided by Britons of Columbia. Gamecock football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Okay, it's time to belly up to the bar because it's the last call to save big on 2017 Ford F-Series. Cash in on the truck that hauls the most and has more efficiency at the pump with an EcoBoost engine and a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body. Time to get in on America's best-selling trucks 40 years running because you snooze, you lose, pal.
Get $10,837 total savings on a 2017 F-150, plus first responders get an additional $1,000 at your Carolina Ford dealer.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build, even if challenging times get in their way. When you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
Join us every week at Wild Wing Cafe for Carolina Calls with head coach Will Muschamp from 7 till 8 p.m.
Wild Wing Cafe is Columbia's home for hot wings, cold beer, and good times. Tune into Carolina Calls every week and go to wildwingcafe.com for more information.
Welcome back to Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp. A thrilling win for Carolina with seconds to go. A 31-yard field goal makes it 17-16. It's time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. Coach, you're sitting there with a defeat last week in an SEC matchup. You come back in here, and it was hard for people to believe, the Gamecock Nation, how good Louisiana Tech was and what it would take for you to overcome this football team, particularly considering the injuries you had.
Well, they're a really talented team. They've got speed in all three phases, offense, defense, special teams. I think Skip Holtz does a fantastic job. They came in here and really shortened the game. They ate the clock on every play. They wanted to bleed the clock down to limit our snaps offensively. They did a really nice job. We were fortunate to be able to get the win.
Well, a gorgeous day for football at Williams-Brice Stadium. It's time for this week's highlights presented by Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics. A little bit depleted roster, but you run out, coach with the Gamecock football team and trying to get things going early. Again, you win the coin toss, take the football.
Well, we drive the ball right down the field. We get a nice swing pass to Tyson Williams, who played extremely well in the game, made some guys miss on the perimeter. We continue to block extremely well on the perimeter by our receivers, which is going to enable you to create some explosive plays. We do the inside zone right here, and Tyson pounds it in there for a good 8 yards. We got a lot of positive runs in the running game today. There wasn't a lot of negative runs in the run game. I remember one late, but other than that, we were pretty good. And we get the play action right here with Jake, and he throws the ball right here. And Dreek Davis had 3 or 4 catches right there to start the ball game. We need to get him to continue to go in the flow of our team, and getting him back healthy is really important for us. And the shovel pass right there to Tyson. We've got an option to Hayden, and we hit the shovel pass, and the end gets up the field. They're really trying to penetrate our edges, and we did a nice job of taking advantage of there. And short yard situation, something we've had in our package, and to be able to pump it up in there and a big gainer on 3rd and 1. Really proud of our guys to be able to shift gears a little bit and be able to get under center and knock them off the ball. And we did a really nice job. We converted every one of those for the game. They bring the pressure there, and just a little off with the throw. Shadowman's a nice route. Jake throws the ball outside. They make the stop, and we missed the field goal here. But Parker was going to be our guy. He hit this well. This is not a bad miss. I mean, that's barely a miss. It's got plenty of leg. It's a good hit. So, there are certain things as bad misses, and there are certain things as just not getting it quite right there. But 13-play drive they answer with. They come back down, and really proud of our guys holding there in the red zone. Knew we were going to make them try and throw the football, and the pass coming down here, a critical third and 3 situation, and Jake does a nice job with his accuracy. Brian's a big body, a very difficult guy to match up on in those situations. A little pin and pull series. We hit the first play of the game, but this is an RPO to Shy Smith there in the slot. We get single coverage outside. We're going to take advantage of it with some of our guys matched up there. And really proud of that. And then here we get into rolled up coverage. Jake's got to stick it on Hayden. That's a read situation. Defense makes an outstanding stop right here. A 3-and-out, 52-yard field goal. Their guy hits it, but you're at 6-0. It's still a touchdown game. Parker comes up again. He pulls it a little bit, but he hit the ball extremely well. So this is not something to panic over. We have left 16 points on the board the last 2 weeks, which is frustrating. We should have handled this right here, Todd. We should have passed that off between 2 and 3 right there, between Jamarcus and Chris, and that's something that I've got to rep more for those guys to get them more aware of those situations. We come right back down, 2nd and 2, and hit Brian Edwards on an RPO. We got a lot of momentum. We're moving the ball. We max it up right here and take a shot to Brian, and credit their defensive back of making a fantastic play, because Brian is a guy that is very difficult to match up with down the field. So it's a really nice throw. And then I believe that this is the fumble right here. I mean, we're in good field position, and he puts his hat right on the ball. We put the ball on the ground 3 times. I don't think that's for the first 3 times of the season. And we only lost 1, but that was disappointing. Really good pressure by Danny Fennell. Good design by Tavares Robinson, our coordinator, and a really nice finish by Jamarcus King. Huge red zone stop right here. I mean, this is a big play. Everything. Ain't no doubt. A huge play in the game, keeps his foot in bounds right there, but really a nice design on the pressure. We come back down the field, and Jake gets a little off right there, hitting Hayden in the flat on 2nd and 13, and this is a big man. I mean, this is a full-grown man running the ball right there. And we come back on 1st and 10 right here, and really, or Trey Smith. That's why you recruit big people. right there. So he hits a skinny post inside and catches the ball, goes off 2 people. Big guys are hard to, that's why I always say people go to heavyweight fights, not lightweight fights. And he's a heavyweight fighter. And so excited about him as a true freshman and the plays he's making for us, and a touchdown last week and a touchdown this week. So here we are. We cut it to a 6-point game right through the uprights, exactly the way you want to draw it up for Parker. So we got to make some stops defensively, which we did. Like how our guys responded here. I thought Rashad was going to pick this one off. Right there, I thought he had it. And that would have been a huge momentum switch. But our guys are starting to feel a little bit. Our crowd was into it. We appreciate them. Coming here on a 3rd and 7, we get good pressure again, and I believe Danny Fennell's that finishes on him. I'd like to have gotten the ball off of him right there, but really nice pressure by our guys of pushing the pocket. 13-7 game, you got 3rd and 3 right here, and they try and run the counter OT on the other side, and Sky Moore comes off the backside, and I don't know, Sky was in on 15, 18 tackles, something like that. Outstanding player and makes a bunch of plays for us right there. He's a really instinctive football player. We get the ball back right here. We hit the big post to Brian down the middle. It was a good double move, a good play call by Kurt Roper, getting the ball down the middle of the field. They were playing a lot of split safety coverage. Brian goes and gets the ball, and we come right back with the inside zone and entice on a 35-yard run. Hayden does a good job of sealing, but no one touches him for the play. I mean, that's a huge, huge run for us right there. We get to go take the lead. Parker kicks through the uprights again. We take the lead, and then defensively here, we had a little miscommunication. I'd like to see the film before I make a comment on it, but we've got to make a stop on that 42-yarder. They come back and kick the ball in, 55. We burned all of our timeouts. This is something we go into. 36 seconds, 3rd and 10 right here, and man, huge play right here by Jake. He scrambles, and he's getting the ball up the field as best he can, and really smart right here. With the 1st down, the clock stops. We're not going to clock it. We're going to get a playoff because the defense usually is a little bit miscommunicated. They don't give much pass rush at all. So we didn't want to give them a situation, and Brian Evers goes up and makes a play. That's called recruiting. And you go get a guy that can go make a play like that. We go down and we clock the ball to get Parker in situation to go make this kick. And really proud of this young man. These guys get a lot of pressure on them in these situations to go out there, and they've got to go make this kick, and it's right through the uprights. And that's a big win for the Gamecocks. There's no doubt about it. So really proud of Parker, and I'm really proud of our football team in a situation that was not all pretty at all at times, and certainly we got to finish better offensively. So many more things that we can do to improve on, but to build off a game like this, it says a lot about your character. It says a lot about the leadership and the type of young men you got in that locker room, and that's awesome to me.
Especially with all those veteran players, or at least the ones with most experience, on the sideline because of injuries. By the way, Jake Bentley, 7 of 11 there in the 4th quarter of the ball game, gets his first game-winning drive, and Parker White, 0 for 4 up until that point, kicks a 31-yard winner. The Gamecocks win it in dramatic fashion. We'll have more on Gamecock football with Will Muschamp in just a moment.
TD Bank, America's most convenient bank, is partnering with the Free Medical Clinic to help make a difference together. This year, every time South Carolina scores a touchdown, TD Bank will make a contribution to the Free Medical Clinic to assist with their mission of providing high-quality health care and medications to vulnerable residents of the community without insurance or other coverage. So, as you pull for the Gamecocks to score another touchdown, remember that TD Bank is working to make a difference in South Carolina.
At Nissan, we surprised fans with this award-winning lineup.
Eddie George, Marcus Allen.
All right, let's go do it. Then, they experienced Nissan's award-winning lineup.
Stop for it.
That's incredible.
It's Nissan's bottom line model year-end event. Lease the Rogue family starting at just $159 per month, or save up to $10,760 on select models. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this football season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be the Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise signed by Gamecock head coach Will Muschamp. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Under pressure, trying to close it out. The Gamecocks have won it 4 years in a row.
This one's got a tail on him. He dives, he makes the catch, and the Gamecocks win it.
The South Carolina Gamecocks are on top of the basketball world. They will cut down the net as the 2017 national champions.
Follow your team at PalmettoSeries.com and look for certified SC grown where you shop. It's a matter of taste.
Posting hashtag yeehaw.
Hashtag I have no signal and I still can't post out here.
Whoa, look out, coming through.
Hey, Thomas.
Howdy there, Joy. See, Joy's got the new iPhone with Verizon Unlimited. I bet I do. Best phone, best network. America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. She can post out here like she does in the city. Hey, 12 likes. What? Likes won't get you diddly around these parts. Yeah! No, you're going the wrong way.
When you really want the best, switch to Verizon Unlimited and get up to $300 off the new iPhone.
Gamecock Film Sessions are brought to you by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram.
Welcome back into Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp. It's film session with Coach Muschamp as we take a look at what he looks for in Gamecock football.
Here we are against Tennessee. They line up in an empty look. We go to a three-deep look on the play, and we knew going in the game they really wanted to vertically challenge you down the field. So anytime you're in a three-deep zone and people want to challenge you with four verticals where they do it by a 2x2 set or a 3x1 set, it's going to really stress your corners and your middle field safety. So right here, the number one thing is going to help you is depth. And what I like about Jamarcus is he's got great depth. We want to work to the top of the numbers. And right there, he's right at the bottom, but he's 2 yards off his mark where he should be. But we want to make sure our underneath drops are going to make the throw be elevated and we have a chance to go break on the ball. So really an outstanding job by Jamarcus right here. Huge play in the game. Wish he could do a little bit more with the return yardage there, but an outstanding play by him. Elevates the throw by our drops underneath by Jonathan Walton and T.J. Holloman, and a great what I would call a third divider read by the corner overlapping the inside seam.
That's the film session with Coach Muschamp. That's how it's done if you want to get it done at Carolina. We'll be right back right after this.
Now at Buy Low, prices are down and staying down on the things you buy most. So visit your local Buy Low and pick up all of your game day essentials. Buy Low, premier grocery partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
At Nissan, we surprised fans with this award-winning lineup.
Eddie George, Marcus Allen.
All right, let's go do it. Then, they experienced Nissan's award-winning lineup.
Stop for it.
That's incredible.
It's Nissan's bottom line model year-end event. Lease the Rogue family starting at just $159 per month, or save up to $10,760 on select models. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Okay, it's time to belly up to the bar because it's the last call to save big on 2017 Ford F-Series. Cash in on the truck that hauls the most and has more efficiency at the pump with an EcoBoost engine and a high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy body. Time to get in on America's best-selling trucks 40 years running. Because you snooze, you lose, pal.
Get $10,837 total savings on a 2017 F-150, plus first responders get an additional $1,000 at your Carolina Ford dealer.
We just gotta take it one game at a time. Next question.
Odell, can you repeat everything you just said? My live stream won't load.
Technical foul.
Wrong sport.
Wrong network. You see, you need unlimited on Verizon. It's America's largest, most reliable 4G LTE network. They won't let you down in places like this, even in the strike zone.
It's the red zone.
Pretty sure it's the strike zone. Here, use mine. All right, see you on the court, champ. Heads up.
When it really, really matters, you need the best network and the best unlimited. Plans now start at $40 per line for 4 lines.
Today, the Gamecocks are on the mend and looking to rebound from its first loss of the season a week ago against Kentucky that also resulted in the loss of its early season star, Deebo Samuel. It is Carolina versus Louisiana Tech. Carolina there. Smith scrambles away, looking right side, throwing, and if he's got it, it's picked off. Bentley out of the gun, looking left side, backside slant, caught, and still on his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Touchdown, Ordre Smith. Throws in the flat late, knocked away. Oh my goodness. Looking down the field's got some time. Post route wide open. Brian Edwards caught it to 40. Tyson Williams on the left side at the 21 man to beat 10-5. Touchdown Carolina. Touchdown Tyson Williams. Swing up, he's got it up and through. Now trying to run. Bentley open space, 35, 40. Good move up to the 45. Now down the middle of the field. Gonna throw into coverage, leaping Edwards. Did he get it? It's at the 13-yard line, caught. Pick it up. Got it! They got it! Parker White! Parker White just kicked a 31-yard field goal with 4 seconds remaining.
Good hard work has earned Kate Eagleton the title of Colonial Life Academic Athlete of the Week. A member of the equestrian team, Eagleton is a junior visual communications major with a 4.0 GPA. This week's academic athlete is brought to you by Colonial Life. Colonial Life, the benefits of good hard work.
1st and 10 for Carolina at the 28 of Louisiana Tech. Bentley out of the gun, looking left side, backside slant, caught, and still on his feet, into the end zone. Touchdown Carolina, touchdown Ordre Smith, the second of his career. He took a huge hit, and he gets a 28-yard receiving touchdown.
They took a huge hit, Toby, knocked out 2 guys for La Tech too, because they both converged. They did hit him. You're right. Good call, and he just kept on stumbling in the end zone after a great catch. Good throw, good protection.
28 yards. The extra point could make it 13-7. That's the Sansbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Ordre Smith with a 28-yard touchdown reception. Coach, he showed toughness and grit in that situation, and really got your football team back in the ball game.
Well, back-to-back weeks, he's made big plays. A 4th down completion there and a touchdown against Kentucky. And then this play, he's in coverage, the ball's thrown in tight coverage. You got to go make a play, and knocks 2 guys off of him and scores. It's a heck of a play.
A freshman, by the way, for the Gamecocks in our Sansbury Eye Center. Did you see that play? Now our Terminex Pest player of the game, the exact opposite, a veteran and a middle linebacker today at least, Sky Moore. 12 tackles, 8 solos, seemed to be all over the field, Coach. And I guess with Bryson Allen Williams out, a little bit of changes in what he was doing for you defensively today.
Well, he's just a playmaker. At the end of the day, the counter play on 3rd and 3, he goes and sees it and shoots the back gap and hits a guy 2 yards deep and makes a huge play. He continues to make huge plays when we need him to make plays. He's a guy that's got tremendous leadership ability because of his playmaking ability, and the players always know we can rely on Sky.
Congratulations, Sky. When we come back, much more to come. We'll look ahead to that SEC matchup next week after you hear from My Carolina.
America's workers are passionate about building better lives for themselves and their families. Colonial Life is passionate about helping them with benefits that preserve and protect what they work so hard to build. Even if challenging times get in their way, when you need us most, we're there, and we've been there for 75 years. Colonial Life, the benefits of good, hard work.
We had a large storm, and our home was hit pretty bad. The next day, a friend of ours recommended Crescent Construction. They came out and replaced our entire roof, and we were very pleased with the work they did.
Call Crescent Construction's professional staff to do a detailed roof inspection at your home today. Absolutely free.
I've already referred Crescent Construction to a friend of mine.
Call Crescent Construction, South Carolina's #1 roofer and the official roofer of the Carolina Gamecocks.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Get to your local Nissan store today. Take on sudden stops. Get to Nissan, a proud partner of the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Go Gamecocks!
Gamecock fans, Farm Bureau Insurance wants to give you a VIP game day experience this football season. Visit usccontest.com and register for your chance to be the Farm Bureau Insurance fan on the field. Winners will receive 2 game tickets, pregame field passes, and autographed merchandise signed by Gamecock head coach Will Muschamp. Visit usccontest.com to register today. Fan on the Field is brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance. Get the membership advantage.
Gamecock football with Will Muschamp is brought to you by Wild Wing Cafe. We've got just the thing to make you wild. Crescent Construction, the official roofer of the Gamecocks. Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram. Coach Muschamp's clothes are provided by Britons of Columbia. Gamecock football with Coach Will Muschamp is a production of Gamecock Sports Marketing.
The Gamecocks overcome some turnovers and injuries today. Get a big win against Louisiana Tech. Coach, guts is something you're always looking for from your football team. But you found it from some young players today. And is that the kind of thing that you can take on the road next week against Texas A&M?
Well, we started the year in a neutral site game and then going on the road and played pretty good football. And that's something that you always can build from. But an experience like this tells your football team you're always in it. And you got to keep playing the game and what we call a so what now what mentality. And that's what our guys got to continue to have as you go on the road to College Station, which is a great environment to play in. They had a huge win against Arkansas today, 50-43 in overtime. And Armani Watts makes an interception to help seal the game for them as an outstanding defensive back. Christian Kirk, Kellen Mond, they've got a lot of speed on the offensive side of the ball and 2 of the best backs in our league, in my opinion.
They spread it out and they can score some points. It's a tough environment. Carolina's never won in 3 tries against Texas A&M. They'll try to change that next week at College Station. Of course, you can catch it all, highlights here and more on Gamecock Football with Will Muschamp. We'll see you then.